Hey guys, Erin here, and I want to show you how to use MyFitnessPal to plan out your meals for tomorrow, as well as hit your macros with the meals that you want to eat and the food that you have. So, as I said tomorrow. So, the easiest way to actually be right on with your macros is to plan it out the night before. And what is macros? Macros are your carbs, fats, and protein. And yes, total calories are absolutely important in gaining weight or losing weight. But what's even more important is where those calories come from. So your macronutrients. Carbs have about 4 calories per gram. Proteins have about 4 calories per gram, and fats have about 9 calories per gram. And so the ratios to which you eat these towards your total calories can make a huge difference in how your body looks, feels, and performs. Okay, and ideally, you do want most of these to come from whole foods, right? Smart carbohydrates, healthy fats, lean proteins, lots of veggies. But as long as you're hitting these macro numbers, you will start to see better and better results. The percentages of these macronutrients vary depending on your goals, your current weight, your activity. And I've already factored that in. If you do have questions specifically on why your numbers are the way they are, definitely ask. But we're going to go ahead and get into how to use MyFitnessPal to plan out your meals and hit your macros. So my total calorie goal is 1,550. That's based on my macronutrient goals. If I scroll down to the bottom and hit that little nutrition button with the pie chart, I can see my macronutrient goals. So my macronutrient goals are going to be 116 grams of protein, 155 grams of carbs, and 51 grams of fat. So start off by planning out your meals. What do you want to eat tomorrow? I start off by doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I come back and do my snack after. So meal one is my breakfast. I always have a chai tea packet. Put that in. I like to have a 1/4 cup of milk. And I like to have a 1/2 tablespoon of honey. Now I have these all the time, so these are already like saved in, pop up quick. But sometimes if you're eating something new, you might have to search for it. Okay. I also am going to have some egg whites. And this is the brand I'm using currently. Make sure you do use the right brand and that the numbers that pop up on here match what the label says on the product. And I know kind of about where I need to be because I've done this a lot, but initially you might just have to guess and then you'll tweak later. I'm going to add some orange bell pepper to that. And some avocado. And then I like to top it off with something sweet. So I'm going to have some raspberries. All right, got breakfast done for now. I'm going to go down to meal 3 because that's going to be my lunch. I made this really awesome Creole dish, and I saved it as a recipe. So, Creole shrimp, sausage, and veggie skillet. So the way I did this is I made the dish, and as I was making the dish, I weighed out everything on my food scale, and then I created a recipe in MyFitnessPal with all those ingredients and the weights of the ingredients in it, saved it, and I can go over how to create a recipe in MyFitnessPal in another lesson video. But then I made the whole recipe 1 serving. And then anytime I go to eat it, I tear my bowl or whatever my container is, so that's at 0. I scoop out the dish into it and say it goes to 200 and say the whole dish weighed 1,000 grams. So now I know that if I have 200 of 1,000, that's 0.2 of a serving. So I'll go ahead and put in 0.2 for the Creole shrimp, sausage, and veggie skillet. Like I said, I like to top my meals off with something a little bit sweet. So I've got some awesome dates. So I know that dates weigh about 25 to 27 grams, the Medjool ones that I have, because I've been eating a lot of them lately. I will actually weigh those out for the specific one that I eat and enter the exact amount tonight when I prep all my food. So I may tweak that a little bit later. So let's move on to dinner now. I also made this soup and did the same thing, saved it as a recipe, beef and cabbage soup. So we'll add that in. I like to end it with something sweet. Got a Granny Smith apple in there. So I'm going to add that. and we'll see where we're at. So protein at 74, quite a ways to go still. Carbs 118, doing decent. And fats about halfway there at 26. So let's add our snack. I need quite a bit more fat, so I'm going to add some. I've got some pumpkin spiced. I'm a sucker for pumpkin spice right now. Pumpkin spice almonds. And let's see where that puts us. Those are going to be mostly fat. They'll have some carbs too. So I'm at 44 on the fat now. So let's start to tweak some fat there. Let's get that avocado up to a little bit. See where I'm at. 47. We'll take the almonds up a bit. That's pretty good. Let's start tweaking protein. I need quite a bit more. I'm going to add some shredded chicken that I have to my soup because it's almost a pure protein. A little bit of fat. So that'll get me quite a bit more protein. Put the fat up a little bit too, which I'll tweak down in a second. I'm right on with protein though right now. I need about 20 grams of carbs, so let's add another date, which is about 25 grams. Let's see where I'm at. Cool, so carbs, I need just a hair more, 1.2 grams. So I'm gonna add a bit more of that Granny Smith apple. Currently that's 10.9, so I wanna take that to 12.1. There, we should be good on carbs now. Hold on. Yep, carbs right on. Fat I'm a little bit over by 0.7. So I'm going to take that avocado down just a hair. Cool. Fat, carbs are on. Protein, I'm over only by 0.8. Easiest way to tweak that is going to be those egg whites. They are pure protein. And I should be right on par now. 116, 155, and 51. So as you can see, I've hit my macros all with foods that I have and I want to eat. So I've got my chai tea with some milk and honey. I've got my little scramble of egg whites, bell peppers, and avocado, and a little bit of fruit on the side. For my snack, I'm going to have some pumpkin spice almonds. For lunch, I'm going to have that Creole shrimp and veggie sausage. And actually, I see I added the shredded chicken to the wrong thing. So I'm going to hold on, delete that. I meant to put that in the soup, so we'll put that in real quick. And I had 4 ounces of that. All right, so back to that third meal. I had that skillet, shrimp, sausage, and veggies. Topped it off with 3 medjool dates, which weigh about 75 grams there. I will have that exact when I prep it. Got my beef and cabbage soup that I made. I'm adding some chicken in there to beef up the protein and topping it off with a Granny Smith apple. So you can see everything I want to eat, hitting those macro numbers, adjusting as I go to make sure they're in line with it. Those macro numbers are going to be the most important part. The thing most of you are probably going to notice is that protein feels like it's so much, but protein is vastly important for changing body composition, for recovering from workouts, for maintaining your hormone levels. And most people actually probably don't eat enough of it. Ideally, you can eat anything you want to hit these numbers, but what you'll find, especially if you're trying to lose weight, is that you're going to get more bang for your buck if you eat those whole foods. You absolutely can have some processed stuff here and there. I'm not going to say never have them. If you saw my recipes there, I had some cookies I baked. So I had a cookie the other day and I fit that into my macro numbers. So totally cool to have what you want, but ideally try to make your perfect plates per meal. So that's going to be your lean protein, your veggie, your smart carbohydrate, and then a healthy fat, trying to hit those macro numbers throughout the day. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, shoot me a text message, give me a call, whatever you need. Hope this is helpful. be in your inbox soon with some more emails on how to enter recipes and use MyFitnessPal and other cool ways. Have a good one.